Hey, welcome back, Phenomenons. This is Frank. So listen, I always tell those that I want to subscribe to not just subscribe, but also hit the bell icon. Why? Because anytime that I'm inside Suno, kind of finagling my way around, learning something new, well, just know that if I find something pretty interesting, I'm going to create a video about it. And so here it is. It's called Energy Arc. So I want to cover Energy Arc and why it's important to apply an Energy Arc. And really, it's to what I pretty much just say all the time. Have more control over the music that you generate. Okay, so imagine a track from the beginning, the start all the way to the finish, and you wanted to create kind of the tone of it, right? The emotion, the intensity, the dynamicness of the actual track. Well, how would you do it? Well, there's something called Energy Arc that allows you to actually create kind of pretty much like a little snippet and add it into your actual music style. So you get exactly that. You get music flowing the way that you want it to flow, okay? And so what I want to do is I want to show you 3 different versions of the exact same song with a different level of Energy Arc applied to it, okay? Now, this song's not going to be very long. The song's going to be about 1.5 to 2 minutes where you'll actually notice kind of the difference between the 3. Now, version number 1 and number 2, I have to admit that there's not going to be a dramatic difference between those two. And the reason why is because trying to tell Suno to put out something mediocre is just not going to happen, right? And that's what I wanted to do with version number 1, okay? So they're always going to add something to make it sound pretty good, but you'll notice still a difference, okay? But then when we go to version number 3, you'll definitely notice a difference, okay? And so the purpose of this video really is to not only just understand and know that you get that ability, right? That control, but also show you how to apply it, right? So with that, let's jump right in. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take a look at the lyrics section. Now we need some lyrics. Now we're going to use some basic lyrics all across version 1, 2, and 3. And here they are. No, really, these are the actual lyrics that we're using. Now what we need is that music style. So let's take a look at the music style, and this is what we're aiming for here. The music style is going to be cinematic orchestral pop. Now the energy arc for this version is going to be steady, consistent pacing. Instruments used is piano, strings, and light percussion. Now the mood that we're aiming for is an emotional but controlled kind of a mood. Now, when I talk about putting this all in a snippet, this is what it looks like. Open parentheses, energy arc, dash cinematic, orchestral pop with steady, consistent pacing, featuring piano strings and light percussion. Emotional but controlled, close parentheses. All right, now let's go have a listen. Here we go. All right, so just as I mentioned, right, Suno was going to allow just something kind of just steady all across the board. So now let's move on to version 2. What we're looking for is rising arc, a gradual lift. Music style is cinematic orchestral pop, same exact thing. Now the energy arc changes a little bit, rising, gradually build in tempo and intensity. Now the instruments is going to be piano, strings, light percussion, and the mood is going to be emotional, uplifting, momentum. Again, when it comes to the snippet, this is what it looks like. Open parentheses, cinematic orchestral pop that rises gradually, building in tempo and intensity with piano, swelling strings, and layered percussion, emotional and uplifting momentum. There you go. Now, let's go have a listen to version number 2.
The moment grows, it carries me to you. One switch can change the world I'm moving
All right, so we've made it to version number 3. Now in this version, it's going to be quite dramatic and different. We're going to have a cinematic arc. We're going to start slow, then we're going to move fast, and then explosive. The music style is cinematic orchestral pop. Energy arc is cinematic starting slow, building in speed, and peaking dramatically. Now the instruments is going to be the same. Soft piano opening, strings and percussion layering, full orchestra. The mood is dramatic and climax. Now, what does the actual snippet look like? Well, we're going to start with open parentheses, cinematic orchestral pop with a cinematic arc, starting slow and building in speed to a dramatic peak. Soft piano opening, swelling strings, layered percussion, and a full orchestra finale. Powerful movie trailer climax. All right, now, well, let's go have a listen. Here we go. All right, so now what I want to do next is revisit the actual snippet that we used for version number 3. Now, inside styles, we kind of changed it up a little bit. Now remember, inside styles, you have a max character limit of 1,000 characters. So if you ever come a little bit kind of tight, well, this is a good way to actually still demonstrate or tell Suno that this is the energy arc you want to use. So here in blue, I have open parentheses, I have the energy arc, I have dash, then slow, I have an arrow to the right, I have fast, then I want it to progress to explosive, then close parentheses. Now, how I got the actual arrows is I actually used holding down Alt on my Windows 11, okay, and then typing in the number 26. Again, you can also Google this, right? Just Google Alt 26, and I'm sure you'll find that little symbol. You can save it somewhere, and then also always use it, because I know that sometimes laptops don't have the actual 10 key, right? And you have to hit the FN plus the Alt button and then 26. And then sometimes that doesn't even work. So this is just kind of an idea. Save some space, be more direct with Suno, and there you go. You have your energy arc included. All right, and there you have it. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please leave a comment down below. Also like this video, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon, because anytime, again, I'm kind of just venturing out on my own, kind of just checking things out, testing things out. Well, if I find something interesting, I'm going to come right back here and create another video. I'm Frank with the Phenomenon. Hey, until next time, thanks for watching.